this isn't something that I would normally do. All my life, I had a major challenge with standing up in front of a group of people. Even sitting down round a table when I was working at the office, I used to stand up, I couldn't do it. But I did the Silva course in 2003, and it was one of the best things I ever did. Because on the 8th of March 2008, I was told I had a few months to live. I had a tumour in my upper leg there. It was removed in November 2007, and I was 3 weeks into radiotherapy in Galway when another tumour appeared. I saw the surgeon in St. Vincent's on the 5th of March 2008, and he said, I'd like you in the hospital on Sunday in St. Vincent's, and I'll remove your leg. He worked out where he would be sawing off, and he came up to here. And he said, but first of all, I'd like to do a PET scan to see if it's travelled anywhere else. The PET scan was arranged for the next day, Thursday, and on Friday he gave the word to Galway to stop the radiotherapy and asked to see me and my husband in St. Vincent's on the Saturday. And he was a little bit late arriving. We were quite anxious about what he was going to say. And he was apologising when he came in because he was held up in the traffic coming from the rugby and was playing on that Saturday. So whenever they're playing here, I always think of that particular Saturday. And he said, Annette, I'm not going to go ahead with the operation. He said, for the few months you have left, you would spend it in the hospital with, removing your leg. So basically, go out and enjoy the few months you have left. And of course, it was devastating, it was terrible. And we came out and sat outside with some of our family. We don't have children, but I have a lot of nieces and nephews and siblings, of course, and there was quite a few of them there. And, well, we were staring at the floor, couldn't believe it. And my husband then said to him, come on, remember, we did the Silva Method. We do meditation, we do affirmations, we do visualizations. The surgeon has done everything he can for us, he can't do any more. So it's our turn. The surgeon had said that he would speak to his oncology colleague in Galway on the Monday morning, and obviously about chemotherapy, but he said seriously, he said it would have little or no effect on such aggressive tumours. So we're out sitting in the coffee dock, and my husband Hilary says, we're going to do it. Oh no, he said, we both believe in the power of the mind, so let's do it. And in that moment, I had total belief. And I knew what I had to do. I knew what I needed to do. And that was the visualization, affirmation. And so the family that was around there, I said, I'm going to get well. I'm going to be well. I don't need to know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to be well. And we stayed in Dublin that night, went home the next day, and from there on in, I did affirmations, 40 in the morning, 40 in the afternoon. I counted my fingers walking around. We lived fairly high, decky, so it was like a balcony, and I'd go around to do my affirmations 40 times a day. And I call them prescriptions of the mind. I did that twice a day. I still do them but once a day now. And then I would come in and sit down and visualise and imagine me being well. I put all my effort into it. I started visualising or imagining how whatever these cancers were, I didn't know what they looked like because I would hear people talking about red cells and white cells, and I used to think, which are the healthy ones, or are they both healthy? So I thought, well, maybe they're black, so I need to get the black ones out. And then that was taking too much of my concentration, bringing me out of the meditative state. And because I was taking wheatgrass, I thought, oh, they're green. They don't like the green because I'm taking, so they're leaving. And from once I got the green in mind, I thought of the 7 dwarfs. And leaving. So suddenly, it's all funny. It's not, I'm not there serious thinking I've got to get rid of these. And they had their rucksacks on their back. And they're doing this. And I thought, well, they're not going to work. So I'm going to say, Hi ho, hi ho. We're cancer cells, you know. We leave Annette and say goodbye. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. And I put them on a bus. And I had, first it was not just send them to a disposal unit, but I thought that's not nice. They might go to somebody else, and I didn't think it would come back to me because I had such a belief that they would be gone. And I thought, no, I'll send them to the cancer retirement home. So the buses were yellow, with CRH on the side of it, cancer retirement home. And I'd see them for some reason crossing a bridge, and they'd be all like that. They'd be waiting because I told them to wait for me, because I felt I needed to be getting these out of my system. And I used to be thanking them for coming. Thanks very much, lads, I'd say, but you know, it's all the same to you, I don't want to see you again. And they'd be laughing because they knew what I meant. Thanks for coming to me, whatever, I'm going to know it out of it. And then eventually, I mean, the buses used to be filled up. It was over, they were open top, and they would slide off. I mean, I wouldn't see an open top bus in Sligo because of the weather. But for some reason, I couldn't get a roof on it in my mind. So it was an open top bus, and they'd be waving to me, and I'd be waving in my mind, waving to them. And eventually it came down to one bus. And then there was no bus. So I thought, well, the last scan showed that there was still a few there. So I used to send them up in a parachute. But they were so small, and they'd land in a meadow, way in the distance. And then I went to have one scan, and it showed that there was two. This one had already gone, because I had various scans. There was just two minute, they said, on the lungs. And that was in March 2009. So I thought, all right, so there's two. I'm going to put them on a tandem, and I'm going to send them off to the cancer retirement home. So I thought, I have to change the ditty now, it's a different shoe. So I got them, they were saying, hi ho, we missed the bus, you know. We had to hike and take the bike. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. And in June 2009, I got a scan that showed they were totally clear. The doctor asked for a PET scan then, which I had a few months later. I was concerned about the PET scan because I've obviously had not too many scans. Why I asked was the PET scan, and he said, well, just to prove to myself. I don't know where they've gone. Maybe we made a mistake. He said, otherwise, it's a miracle that this theory only happens highly unlikely. So we said, well, my husband said, we settled for the miracle. So I am totally clear. Thank God, and I have been.